Mr. Holbrook, please open us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, God, as we gather today for this fiscal court meeting, we thank you for this opportunity to serve the people of Boyd County. We ask for your wisdom and guidance in the decisions before us. Help us work together with respect and fairness and shared commitment to the good of this community. Bless this county, its families, the workers, first responders, and as we move into this spring season, may it bring renewed strength, hope, and unity to all of us and all of our neighbors. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. All right, Commissioner Salisbury, please pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Big shoes to fill.
Oh, dang. Okay. Clerk, please call roll.
Judge Cheney?
Here.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Here.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Here.
Commissioner Stapleton?
Here.
Let's move to approval of minutes for February meeting. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next, we'll move to the finance section. Approval of submitted bills and transfers. Get a motion in a second.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next, we'll move to the first reading budget amendment. Missy, would you please talk about this?
This is just a budget amendment for some FEMA items that have come through and some escrow will have come through from the bond. So it's $4,594,275. And I'm just asking you to allow us to amend that in.
Okay, 1.7 of that is in FEMA reimbursement for projects, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that's just above what we budgeted. So
Right.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's a good thing. Get a motion in a second.
So moved.
Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next, we'll move to the 2025 annual fee settlement. Sheriff's Office. You know?
So this is the 2025 fee operative settlement for the Sheriff's Department. If you look on page 4, it gives the total year-to-date of $2,426,056.79. And always in December, put accounts receivable for all of those amounts, and then we collect probably up until March. I just got my last check last week. So whenever I do the fee share check, you'll get that last amount. So that's what we ended with.
All right. Thank you very much. Get a motion in a second.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Next, we'll move to the general section. We have an update from CASA.
Good afternoon. I'm Meredith. I introduced myself at the last time we gave an update. We don't have too much to update. We're still working a lot to rebuild and regain trust with a lot of the more key partners in Boyd County. We were able to meet with the DCBS workers. There was a lot of broken relationships there with our past programs, so we're having to kind of prove ourselves to them, and same with the Commonwealth Attorney. So we've been working to do that. So we haven't taken on a lot of cases, but we think that those strides will kind of help us in that area. We've also been able to work with some local churches and organizations to help our recruitment efforts as far as volunteers go, so that once we do get those cases, we can appoint and train volunteers to take them. So, like I said, we don't have too much to update, but we just kind of wanted to keep you on the loop on where we're at in rebuilding this program here, so that we can better serve more children. No, thank you.
Thank you very much. We look forward to hearing the next update as well.
Definitely.
You can share there. put out something about recruitment, we can share that.
Absolutely, yeah,
I would love that.
yeah, we can do that for sure. All right, next we'll move to the second reading, ordinance to terminate the Cuyahoga TIF Act. I'll touch on this again. This was the TIF district, which is tax incremental financing for Camp Landing. This is a incentive package that we can offer locally. This is something that helps get projects started. In the negotiation for purchasing the portion of Camp Landing that we did, we wanted to negotiate out the TIF to where that revenue would come back to us. So how it's originally set up, in a TIF district, you figure up the percentage of the property tax portion and the occupation tax portion that the owner of the facility would receive, and that money could not be spent on payroll or go into anybody's pocket. It had to be spent on the district itself and enhancing it, HVAC systems or new blacktop, whatever it may be, just to make that area better. So what this does is this will amend that and terminate that agreement to where all of that tax money is brought in from property and occupation will go back into the fiscal court's coffers. So this is an ordinance of the county of Boyd, Kentucky, terminating the participation agreement dated January 1, 2022, by and among the county, the finance department of the county of Boyd, Kentucky, and Camp Investments LLC. Get a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Jones?
Yes. You have original for that one? All right, next, the Fay Lane discussion in the county road system. We've had the discussions, and I think this court agrees it's time to just go ahead and move forward with that. So this is a resolution establishing Fay Lane as a public road and part of the Boyd County road system. Get a motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
I know what Davey gave us the recommendation stuff on that. We've been on that road for a while. It used to be called West Arrowhead.
Yes.
And then we've done some digging and stuff like that with some old road forms and stuff, and they confirmed what we thought. So
I think 911 changed it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, right?
Yeah.
So it was a road that we was maintaining, and then I think when the road name got switched, I think it may got lost in the shuffle. So either way, it's taken care of, good to go there.
Yep.
Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Jones?
Yes. Next on the agenda is the LEPP grant resolution. We'll talk about this. Pruitt? Mr. Pruitt?
This is just we're currently going after a TASER grant for the Sheriff's Department, and it's through the LEPP funding, so we have to do this resolution to get that process started. So we do it every year with Homeland Security and different ones. It's just a formality. We just need approval from you guys to pursue it.
Okay, so this is a resolution of the Fiscal Court of the County of Boyd, Kentucky, authorizing Boyd County Judge Executive to make application for and upon arrival, enter into an agreement with the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security and act as the authorized correspondent for this project. Get a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Jones?
Yes. So next we have an annual review of animal shelter policies and procedures. This is something that we put in place, we do every single year. Pruitt, you want to talk about this one as well?
Yeah, so just what the judge said, we passed this adoption of these policy and procedures last year in court. At the bottom of the procedures manual, it says we shall review it every year, so we had our meeting after the last month's court meeting. Not a whole lot of changes, but we just wanted to make sure that we had everything updated. We didn't have the owner surrender fee in there correctly, which is $50. It's in there now. The only thing we detailed a little bit more is the foster policy. We do have a lot of people that do fosters, which we appreciate. We just want to kind of line it out a little bit more detail. It was kind of vague. Everything else has been the same, and I think we've had a really good year with the animal shelter, and I appreciate everybody that's involved working on that every day. It's a multi-department effort, and it's been a massive change. Our budget looks really good, our animals are getting taken care of, foster program's working. All the work that code enforcement and animal control people have done, we really appreciate that. It's been a great year for that. So we just want to update the policy and make sure that it's in the thing, and once we get it approved, we will put it on the website and replace the other one and go from there. So we're just seeking approval for that today.
Motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Janey?
Yes. Next is the tourism appointment. Recommended Hannah Smith, Food and Beverage Director at Sandy's Gaming. Get a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Janey?
Yes. Next on the agenda is resolution for support of House Bill 557. I talked at pretty good length about this in the last court meeting. Essentially, this is just one of many ways that the state, a lot of words I want to use next that I probably shouldn't, they really stick it to the counties. And this isn't just Boyd County, this is statewide. This is a problem that it really is absurd and should have never happened. Essentially what we have here is, again, I'll give a high-level overview. Try not to get really mad talking about it, but we have inmates that are listed as county inmates that are just awaiting trial. They can sit in there for up to 60 months at times, and then when they go to trial for a felony offense, they get convicted, then the state starts paying. I mean, the only county offense you can have are misdemeanors or violation of a county ordinance or whatever it may be. So these inmates, really, this entire time that they're awaiting trial, they need to be paid for by the state because they're arrested on a state charge. Now, we're talking about the tune of $5 to $6 million a year that Boyd County alone is having to come up with. You know, average daily cost since Bill and I took office has went from $10,000 a day to up over $22,000 a day to operate the facility. And the majority of that cost, 75% of it, if not more, is due to inmates that are legally listed as county that are awaiting a charge that they will, if found convicted of, will become a state inmate. So really the state needs to pick it up. You know, if they're charged for that, then they need to pay from the beginning. And like I said, the tune of $5 to $6 million, we're not talking about chump change here, we're talking about major revenue source that, well, expenditures essentially that we don't need to be putting out. You know, that money needs to be in the general fund to invest in, you know, roads, parks, economic development projects, code enforcement, whatever it may be, that we can't do. Bottom line is we spend more money on people that break the law than those that abide by it. So the majority of our budget here locally has to do with the operation of the jail facility. And we have the best jail facility in the state of Kentucky. I'd put them up against anybody in the state, and there's no doubt about that. But these are things that are outside, Bill, these are things that are outside of your control. You know, these are outside forces that are pushing on us that we can't really do much about. And the state needs to change that. Now, I'm developing a whole list of things that the state needs to change. You know, they push for small government and try and get power back from the feds, and then at the same time they won't push it to their local governments. We're elected, right? I mean, they won't push it down to the local governments across the state to run their communities. They want to retain that power at the state level, so they pull from us and they pull from the feds, and we really just get the short end of the stick all the way around. So, bad deal. Bad deal. So this is a resolution urging the Kentucky General Assembly to pass House Bill 557. Very important. I think locally we have Representative Sharp. He signed on, right? Yep. Representative Aaron Thompson. Yep. And then Patrick Flannery. So they're all co-sponsors of the bill. Very important that this passes, but it's very important that it passes as is. They can take this bill, strip it completely down, and then pass it and say they've done a good thing, and they really didn't do anything. So let's kind of hope for that, push for that, call your state reps, it's extremely important. So that's what this is. Get a motion and a second to approve this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
So we're actually, according to KCO right now, there's over 30 counties who have now made a House Bill 557 resolutions, county fiscal courts, and so we're joining that as this whole state gains momentum on this. So we're showing some solidarity.
Yes.
Which is good.
It's been an ongoing problem for a while.
This isn't really anything new, it's just compounding, right?
Big time.
I mean, it's not like something changed to where this cost stayed at the county level and all of a sudden that's new. It's not the case. It's just a compounding issue, really.
Yeah, I mean, everything you discussed with quality of life issues for our citizens and our constituents. And that's what it goes down to, is that gives us more money to spend on roads, to spend on parks, to spend on stuff that our constituents are always asking us about. Code enforcement, trying to clean up properties and things. I mean,
Or more chances to cut taxes.
Yeah.
More chances to cut property taxes, and finally be able to find an alternate solution to the occupation tax, which is really a terrible thing, but again, one of the only options the state allows us to do. But, this could give us the option to start cutting back on that, lowering taxes, and or invest in the community, in the projects that law-abiding citizens could enjoy and want and deserve. So, there's a lot of frustration here, and I really don't want to get that upset about it again. So, anyway, any other discussion on that? Clerk, you please call roll.
Mr. Stapleton?
Yes.
Mr. Holbrook?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Judge James?
Yes. Next we have surplus vehicles. So you may remember back in January, we discussed getting lean and getting mean, right? Kind of really cutting where we could and finding, the phrase waste in government, it exists at every level. So we really dove into that, and just over the past few months, we've been able to cut $325,000 from our future budget. We've found ways to do that, and a lot of that's through attrition with no plan to rehire. People that leave, we don't plan on filling those positions. We can cross-train individuals to be able to cover those where it doesn't increase the cost on the county. So we're at 325, and I'll go ahead and make a statement here. I really believe by July's budget we can get to $1 million. And that's easy cuts. And just to be crystal clear, that's not cutting people. That's not in that plan. That plan is just cutting government waste, consolidating where we can, and things like this too. Benefits, right? None of that. So anyway, this is surplus vehicles. We have 3 2015 F-550s, 2016 Ford F-250, 2021 Ford F-550, 2016 Ford F-250, and 3 additional Ford F-250s. Again, these are our cuts that we're going to be able to make. We're a little heavy on. We'll still be able to provide the same service, right? That's no question there. We've got a plan in place for all that, and we have enough vehicles to make sure that this works. This would be a question. I think, Curtis, I got a question for you. Do I need to set a reserve on each one of these individually? Do I have to do that in court, or do we just, how do we do that?
We just need, first we need to publish this in the paper and
Yes.
set bids on this. But no, I don't think you'd have a reserve on those.
Well, enterprise, I'm sorry.
We're not bidding them, we're just handing them back into enterprise.
No, well, they're not leased vehicles.
Oh, I thought they were leased.
No. So, hold on. Let's back up here. So these 2015s, a few of them, the 3 2015 F-550s were not leased vehicles. The 2016s were leased vehicles. So there's a difference there. But Enterprise is who we lease our vehicles through. They have an auction platform that we've always sent our vehicles back to sell. And we are allowed to set reserves on that.
Oh, that's sold at fair market value.
Right. So we can set the reserve at fair market value, or maybe 10% below fair market value, or something like that. I think it's worth fair market value, man. So we can do that. I'm good with that. Y'all good with that? Okay. they're gonna go, Enterprise is gonna get them.
The ones we own though, that aren't these vehicles, we have to declare them as surplus and
Yes,
we
sir.
have to sell them to the public.
Yes, sir.
The ones that are enterprise, we can put a reserve on and then they can auction them off themselves. We don't have to worry about that part.
I think it needs to be when we give them back to Enterprise, though, they have the fair market value in there. But I know you're saying 10%, I think that's okay, because it's gonna fluctuate, but yes.
But we're doing two different things.
No, not really, because the lease is up on these. These are ours. The lease,
Okay.
so Enterprise still like, it's a weird setup. They hold the title, right? But the lease no longer exists, so ownership, after that last lease payment, ownership falls with the court itself. So you're declaring them all surplus to be sold or to be given
I
back.
got you. Okay.
Get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Chandler?
Yes. I do need to amend the agenda. I need to add the annual policy for the jail. Get a motion and a second to amend the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Chandler?
Yes. All right, next is the annual policy for the jail. Is that Bill or Justin, would you like to talk about this?
You should have copies of them. There's a lot of policies. We have it, ours is electronically done, and it's set up for automatic. Each policies are set up for review every year. And all the changes have been submitted to you. Then we have to submit where the fiscal court approved it to the Department of Corrections every year, and we do it every March.
Good with that. Get a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Chandler?
Yes. Next, to move to transparency, we have a community development update. Welcome back.
Casey's back.
Good morning. It's been a few months. Okay, so we have the Bunny Hop coming up this month on Tuesday, March 24th. That will be at Camp Landing again this year from 5:30 to 7. And it's kind of our take on spring Easter themed trick or treat. So businesses set up tables throughout Camp Landing and the kids go from table to table and get swag goodies and candy and all that kind of stuff. And then all the kiddos will also be entered into a door prize giveaway thing that we do at the end of the night. At 7, we give away Easter baskets. Every business or organization that sets up a table donates an Easter basket, and we usually have some pretty cool stuff. We've had scooters, TVs, like traditional Easter baskets and everything in between, so it's a lot of fun. And Court Head does photography. We'll also be there doing free professional photos with the Easter Bunny, and she'll send everybody a link to those, and you can download them and print them and all that good stuff. And then we will do the Easter basket giveaway at 7. I don't know if I said that. So you can check out our Facebook page where there's info on there, and if you want to set up a table and pass out candy, then shoot me an email or message our pages and I'll get with you. So that's all I have. Thanks.
Well, thank you very much and welcome back. It's awesome.
I wish we had got like a lot of grass, like that plastic stuff that gets everywhere. Now they're giving out TVs.
Yeah, really.
All right, next we'll move to the dumpster program update. So, a lot of questions on this, and just to be crystal clear, we are ready for the dumpster program to start. Except, so here's what we do have. We have all the dumpsters, and we have the dumpster site ready to go. Okay, so we're ready. It's at the road department. Can back right up to the dump. The problem is that we bought a truck, and it's a brand new truck, and that truck is in the shop. So we can't move the dumpsters. So there's a problem there all the way around, right? So what we're working on is we're going to get the truck fixed. It's not a Ford. Why would you say that? No.
I say that because I drive a Ford. You drive a Ford.
Once we get that truck fixed, it'll be dialed in. Listen, everything else is good. The dumpsters are sitting out back there. We got the ramp to go up. You can dump right in there. You don't have to throw nothing over the edge. We're really excited about it. It's been a long time coming, longer than it should have been, and that's my fault, 100%. So we are excited. There is a plan and light at the end of the tunnel. We'll have this set up. And I'll be honest, I think by the 1st of April, I think we'll be good to go. So we're going to get a video up and get that out and explain how the process works. And this will be a great program because I know the code enforcement is sick and tired of looking at mattresses thrown over the hill somewhere. Right? And we find that all the time. So it's be a good program. We're going to lay it out. We'll have all the stipulations that we have for it, and be good to go. So I want to give an update on that because I know there's a lot of questions. Y'all have anything on that?
Thank you for doing that. Number 2 phone call.
Yeah. Next one,
Dumpster program will be open.
it will be open. Community comment. Hey, long time no see.
I wasn't going to talk, but since you're talking about House Bill 557, I did speak with Aaron Thompson about this. This was 5 or 6 months ago, because I'm really concerned about how much money that's going into this. I've also called the legislative line more than once, telling them that I'm in support of this bill, and I would encourage other people from our community too. I'm sorry I don't have that number right here in front of me right now. Maybe we can put it up in some way, but we really need to get people behind this. And if you call the legislative line and if you say, I want this to go to all legislators, then they'll do it that way. But the more calls that go in, the better. And the second thing I was going to say is thank you to our wonderful road crew for doing such a great job during all this ice and storm, so thank you.
Well, thank you for that, because I know huh?
So we don't get any of them.
No, we don't. They don't get very many of them.
Well, even on my road, Houston Avenue was 7 houses. It was clear, and Kendall Acres was clear, and I just appreciate it so very, very much, so thank you.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
All right. New business. Commissioners? Oh, wait. Anybody else community comment? I'm sorry. No? Okay. New business. Huh?
Before you move on, Congressman Rogers announced a $20 million grant for the 5th District, and last week he held a meeting in Manchester, Kentucky, and several representatives of Boyd County, including Sheriff Reeves and APD, we went down to Manchester. I spoke with somebody from Congressman Rogers' office and told them that they can probably expect Boyd County to be applying for some of this grant money that goes to law enforcement for some communications upgrades. And I did speak with Emergency Management, Tim England, and hopefully we can get something out. When those funds get released, we can get some of that here in Boyd County.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If you never applied, you know exactly what the answer is going to be, right? You know what I mean?
Or second say no.
That's right. Got a text here from Justin. Mr. Pruitt, did you talk about that for a second?
Bill can.
Bill, would you talk about that for a second? Hey, Bill.
What was it called?
Yeah.
So we're just trying to,
We're doing it live.
We're doing it
Just
live.
figuring it out. Yeah.
so this is just, we came to some issues where we needed a good, clear policy on workman's comp. Put a draft policy together and sent it to Curtis, and Curtis made the necessary revisions that he thought lined it up with what the state needed. Just a workman's comp, hopefully go for the county, but it's basically, when you all control the purse strings, we need your approval on a standardized workman's comp for when people get injured on duty, the process we go through.
So will this workers' comp just be under your admin code, or is this for the whole county?
Just jail.
I mean, I think you could use it,
We
adopt
could.
it through, the only thing that's in here that you all wouldn't have, is we actually do have a medical staff that can help look at them. We put that piece in there. Besides that, I think it could go throughout the whole county, but y'all, the part where they said they would go to her medical and get double checked, probably wouldn't work for the rest of the county, but the rest would.
I guess my question would be, if this is going to go on the agenda, like we want to add this to vote on it right now, then that's why I'm asking. If it's just for the jail, I don't know that I could do that for the whole county right now, right, without really diving into it. But for the jail, for your operation, I mean, you're elected to run the jail, right? So I mean, if this fits your needs and it's been reviewed by Curtis, I think we're good.
Okay, sounds good.
And then if we want to adopt it, we do our annual review in June for the
Okay.
admin code, so we can do it then.
Okay, so we can do it. So do we need to, fiscal court has to approve that policy?
No, it was not added into the policy and procedures you just voted on, because we were waiting for it to get reviewed. I would like to add that to that, so I can add that as part of the policy and procedure, so we have a clear workers' comp policy. It needed your all's approval because it comes to, once they become workers' comp, it comes under the fiscal court's budget, not our budget as a state workers' comp. But I just wanted clear rules and you're okay with it, how we'll do workers' comp from going forward.
Okay.
We can just amend it, add it to the other policies that the court already approved.
Yeah, we're just, we can amend the motion
Yes, absolutely.
and do it that way. We'll just,
So amend the motion to include the new adoption of the workers' comp policy at the jail.
It just
Be
got
included
the
in,
final approval through Curtis, that's why it was not included on the main policy that y'all had.
okay,
but we're going to include it in the
yeah,
main
so
policy.
that's the motion.
Yeah.
Make the motion to amend the annual policy for the jail to include the new workers' comp updated policy inside of that annual policy. Get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Stapleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Yes.
Commissioner Salisbury?
Yes.
Judge Cheney?
Yes. Any other new business? Don't have anything? Randy, you got anything down there? Good? All right.
Yeah. Today, we're going to adjourn the meeting in honor of Chris Stewart. He was a friend of Boyd County. I ran the first time for commissioner. Chris Stewart ran for coroner. And he's the guy that brought our coroner's office into what it is in modern day. He took, when it used to be ran in a funeral home, and he thought it deserved to be a medical position. And he ran on that policy, and he won, and the court agreed with him when he brought everything up to us. And the first office was down on Blackburn Avenue in the old district health building, and we set up a cooler down there and stuff. But our prayers go out to his wife Christy, his son Logan, and his daughters Katie. Chris was a community guy. He was very, he's an EMT, is that what they do? For ambulance service. He was, he was a true steward of our community, and we've lost a dear guy. I just lost him. It's sad. So.
I agree. So we will adjourn today in memory of Chris.
Yeah.
We get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
All right. Sure everybody's in favor.
Yep.
Thank you all very much. Next meeting will be April 14th. All right. I got brunch.